Jim Rohn, the legendary motivational speaker and personal development pioneer, left behind a legacy of wisdom that continues to inspire millions around the world. Among his many lessons, his views on money management stand out for their simplicity, clarity, and effectiveness. In an age where financial uncertainty is common, Rohn's timeless money rules serve as a reliable compass for anyone seeking wealth and stability. Whether you're starting your career or looking to get your finances back on track, these 7 principles offer a foundation for sustainable financial growth and personal empowerment. 1. Spend less than you earn. The first and most basic rule Rohn emphasizes is to spend less than you earn. While this may sound obvious, it's a principle that is often ignored in a consumer-driven society where credit is easily accessible and materialism is widespread. Rohn taught that financial freedom begins with living below your means. This practice helps accumulate savings, reduce stress, and build a buffer for emergencies or investments. Rohn believed that your financial habits reflect your discipline. Overspending is not just a money issue, it's a mindset issue. By consciously choosing to spend less and save more, you create the groundwork for long-term wealth. He advised keeping detailed records of your income and expenses and being intentional about where your money goes. The power lies not in how much you make, but how much you keep. 2. Invest in financial education. Rohn often said, formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. He understood that true wealth creation begins with financial literacy. It's not enough to work hard, you must also work smart, and that requires learning how money works, how to budget, invest, and grow your assets. Investing in financial education can take many forms: reading books on personal finance, attending seminars, taking courses on investing, or learning from mentors. The goal is to increase your ability to make informed decisions. Rohn emphasized that as your knowledge grows, so does your earning potential and your ability to keep and multiply wealth. 3. Avoid debt whenever possible. Jim Rohn was cautious about the use of debt, especially consumer debt, which is often incurred for things that lose value quickly, like luxury items, gadgets, or cars. While not all debt is inherently bad, for example, strategic debt used for business or real estate, Rohn warned against borrowing for short-term pleasure at the expense of long-term freedom. Debt can be a financial trap that limits your choices, creates stress, and slows your path to wealth. Rohn advocated for living within your means and avoiding unnecessary borrowing. He taught that freedom from debt is a form of wealth in itself. Paying off existing debts and staying debt-free should be a top priority for anyone seeking financial independence. For diversify your income streams, another key principle Rohn advocated is to not rely solely on a single source of income. In today's unpredictable economy, this advice is more relevant than ever. Jobs can be lost, businesses can fail, and industries can shift overnight. By building multiple income streams, such as side businesses, investments, rental properties, or royalties, you reduce risk and increase financial security. Rohn encouraged people to think beyond their job titles and ask themselves, what other value can I provide? This entrepreneurial mindset leads to opportunities that can eventually generate passive income. The more sources of income you build, the more resilient your financial life becomes. 5. Plan and set financial goals. Jim Rohn was a strong proponent of goal setting in every area of life, including finances. He believed that wealth does not happen by accident. It is the result of clear plans, specific goals, and consistent effort. Rohn taught that setting goals gives direction to your actions and helps track progress over time. Financial goals should be smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Whether it's saving for a home, building an emergency fund, or reaching a net worth milestone, having defined goals keeps you motivated and accountable. Without a target, you're just drifting. Rohn also advised breaking large financial goals into smaller, manageable steps. Celebrate small victories along the way to maintain momentum. With a clear vision, your finances can evolve from chaos to control. 6. Adapt your mindset. Perhaps the most powerful of Rohn's lessons is that wealth begins in the mind. He taught that success is 80% psychology and 20% strategy. If you believe you are destined to struggle financially, your actions will reflect that belief. On the other hand, if you believe you are capable of abundance, you will begin making choices that align with that outcome. Rohn urged people to adopt a growth mindset, one that embraces learning, resilience, and long-term thinking. He emphasized the importance of patience and consistency, reminding us that wealth is built over time, not overnight. Cultivating the right mindset helps you stay focused through setbacks and fuels the discipline needed to apply the other 6 money rules. 7. Act on what you learn. Finally, Jim Rohn made it clear that knowledge is useless without action. You can read every book on wealth creation, but unless you implement what you learn, nothing changes. Don't let your learning lead to knowledge. Let your learning lead to action, he famously said. Taking small, consistent actions every day is what drives results. This might mean setting up automatic savings, investing your first $100, cutting an unnecessary subscription, or talking to a financial advisor. The key is momentum. Each action builds on the last and leads to greater confidence and capability. Rohn also stressed the importance of reflecting and refining your actions. Review your financial habits regularly, adjust your strategies as needed, and keep improving. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Conclusion: applying the rules to your life. Jim Rohn's 7 money rules are not complex formulas or get-rich-quick schemes. They are grounded in common sense, discipline, and self-awareness. That's what makes them so powerful. They apply to anyone, regardless of income level, background, or age. If you're just starting, pick one rule and focus on it. Master the habit of spending less than you earn. Then move on to learning about investments or building a side income. Over time, these habits will compound, just like interest in a savings account. The earlier you start, the more impactful the results. Most importantly, remember that building wealth is not just about numbers. It's about becoming the kind of person who can create, manage, and grow money responsibly. As Jim Rohn often said, success is not to be pursued, it is to be attracted by the person you become. So start today. Learn a little, act a little, and keep going. Your future self will thank you.